Hello to my peeps and squeeps, whatever that means. Howdy folks, welcome back. Final stream of the weekend. We also have St Helens and Salford, I know it's Salford, going on at 3 o'clock. This game is on Sky Sports and on the BBC. I'll be watching from the BBC. I might end up switching to Sky Sports at some point because, unfortunately, the BBC, they take a bit of time catching up with the tackle count. Only stay until kick-off since mine's a 2-minute delay. Oh, okay. All right. Morning, Alex. Hello, Sammy Snake. Alexa, good to see you. 15 subs away from 8.5k. Get in. Okay then. Minchella back on the broadcast. There can be sometimes BBC commentators. It's I don't know. There's some rough days. Right then, if anyone's got any exact score predictions, let me know in the live stream chat. Also vote on the poll as well. If the live stream chat is not open, there should be something underneath the video or to the right hand side if you're on PC that says show chat or live chat. That's what you're looking for. Wakefield by 6. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't remember my exact score. I will have to go back to my video and find it. I went with Wakefield 22, Leigh 16. Back on the Monster. Monster, you can sponsor me. But until then, other drinks are available. So, lock me down, Monster. Lock me down. Don't know how many people are going to turn up today. Hopefully we get some of the regulars back. You know, 30 odd people simming around the live stream. But we've got about 11 minutes to go, so I'll do a quick run through the squads. And I'll do one more before we get started. So in the backs for Wakefield, they have Jowett, Russell, Hall, Pratt, Johnstone, Truman and Leno. In the forwards is McMeekan, Hood, Vangenaar, Croft, Griffin and Pitts. On the bench is Cozza, Rourke, Smith, Fartilli and Nicotimo is the 18th man. Alex, it's on BBC Two and one of the Sky channels. For Leigh, in the backs they have Armstrong, McIntosh, Niu, Hanley, Brand, McNamara and Lamb. In the forwards is Offengawi, Ipape, Mulhern, Holton, Trout and Liu. On the bench is Hughes, Tuatavake, Davis, and Hodgson. Charnley is the 18th man. Right then. Right. BBC Two, what is the, what's your issue with BBC Two, Alex? Do tell, do tell. Right. Okay. So yeah, 22-16 was my prediction to Wakefield. Jowett's going to be huge today, I think. I think he's been one of the strongest performing fullbacks in the competition. I think I trust Wakefield's attack more right now, and I trust their forwards. I think Wakefield are quicker in possession. I think they're more creative in possession. Yeah, Jowett's going to be important. Truman, I think, is going to be an interesting one today as well. Because I think when he can get into a rhythm, when he can get going, he's pretty effective. Solid-ish run game. But links up nicely. Lino's kicking is going to be huge today as well. Hopefully he's on the money with the boot. But Leigh, I think, will compete fairly well through the middle. They just need to make sure, you know, they're spreading the carries around and they're getting Niu involved, especially out the back. They need to make sure. And Armstrong, I don't know, has not really set the league on fire as much as I was hoping he would or expected him to. And McNamara and Lamb, they've not really connected too well so far. Okay. Do you think Wakefield are the dark horse of the season? I think so. I think so. If you look at the grand final winner contenders, obviously you got KR and Wigan at the top. You got Leeds in third, who's like, if Leeds was to win it, I don't think it's a shock. Hull FC, maybe a little bit, but I think of the biggest outsiders, I think Wakefield, of the outsiders, Wakefield have the best chance. I think that's probably how I'd put it. Right, 7 minutes to go. They're going through the squads, but I won't do it just yet. I'll go through them one more time, a bit closer to the start. Well, we will see. It's a big forward pack for Leigh. I just think some of the impact we've been seeing from Wakefield has been a little bit stronger recently. Which Leigh do you think will turn up? That's a good question. If I'm honest, Alex, the kind of Leigh I think we're going to get today is... I think this Leigh that we're going to get today is going to, like, plod along through the game. Like, I don't think they're going to look that great through the middle. Like, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll compete fine through the middle. I think they're going to be a little bit disjointed offensively. I feel like Wakefield's going to be in... I feel like Wakefield's going to be clearly the better side. They'll be in most of the control. I think Leigh will just pick up some points throughout the game as it goes. They'll just find themselves in the red zone due to either mistakes or penalties from Wakefield. And they'll just kind of add points on throughout the game. But I can kind of see Wakefield having patches where they just kind of put back-to-back points on really quickly. And kind of not run away with it completely, but be in full control. And Leigh are always going to be chasing. That's kind of Leigh I think we're going to get. They'll show up, they'll plod along, they'll have a go, but they'll be a bit too disjointed. But we'll have to see. Lamb is going to be huge though, but I think there's been quite a big disconnect with him and McNamara so far. And Armstrong as well has not really been cutting it, as I said. But yeah, Lamb will be huge. I'd certainly have him at Warrington. I think once Sneed moves on, I think I'd have Lamb over Leyland and Hayes, if I'm honest. Other than Catalans, who do you think has been the most disappointing this season, other than Wire 2? Well, I'm not going to count Salford because that's a bit pointless. You could say Huddersfield because of the squad they've got, but they've had so many injuries. So I guess the most disappointing would be... Most disappointing would be Catalans. Second most disappointing would be Warrington. Because you can give Huddersfield a pass because of the amount of injuries and a new team every week. You can give Salford a pass because of what's going on. I think then after Warrington, it's probably Saints. And then maybe Leigh after that. Cass are about where I expected them to be, so it's... My disappointment's based mainly off expectations. Yeah, Saints have not done that well at all. Leeds are the underdogs. Yeah, I do think they can win the grand final, though. That's the thing. I think they've got it in them. And the thing is, if they get Wigan or Hull KR in the semi-final, and they beat one of those two, then you know they might feel kind of invincible going into the grand final and give them a bunch of confidence. Wonder what that number one Saints fan that was all over YouTube. Mate, where's he gone? Where's he gone? I need him in my life again. I need him chatting utter bollocks. He was brilliant. I remember two very memorable conversations with him on YouTube. One was years ago. You'll probably remember 2018 playoff semi-final, Warrington away to Saints. It was Tom Lynham went in for a try in the last few minutes to take the lead, which won us the game. And there was momentum that clearly carried him over the line, but he was adamant it was double movement. Like, he was adamant it was double movement. So this was back in 2018, before I even started making content. I was arguing with him. I didn't know who he was back then, really. He was just kind of just some annoying Saints fan. And then earlier, I think it was this year, it could have been last year, Warrington playing against Saints. We kick off to Saints. Lomax underneath it, catches the ball, then steps a foot back over the line, and therefore it's a goal line dropout. It's so clear, catch, steps back. It was unbelievably clear, and this guy was adamant that he already had his foot in touch. Just blatant lies. And the thing is, you tell him he's wrong about something, he just brings up stats from history. Oh, how many Challenge Cups have you won? How many Grand Finals have you won? How many trophies? When was the last time you won a trophy? Oh my God. He just brings up history. It's like, alright, well, we kind of moved on from that, son. He was just everywhere. Every video spouting nonsense. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Any excuse possible. But some people know him, apparently, of like, he was harassing stewards at the Saints ground and got kicked out, stuff like that. I'll go since mine is going to be behind. I will come back for half time. Well, I'll catch you in half time then. Afternoon, Seb. Good to see you again. It's been a little while, has it? I feel like it's been a little while. Or I've not seen you this weekend, at least. I don't think. Unless I'm mistaken. Been a good couple of weeks. Yeah, not been too bad. Hasn't been too bad. It's been alright. We're about to get underway very shortly. Players are coming out, so I will go through the squads. Also, if you're not subscribed, please do. Thank you very much. So then, folks. The squads. In the backs for Wakefield Trinity, they have Jowett, Russell, Hall, Pratt, Johnstone, Truman, and Leno. In the forwards is McMeekan, Hood, Vangenaar, Croft, Griffin, and Pitts. On the bench is Cozza, Rourke, Smith, and Fartilli. And the 18th man is Nicotimo. For the Leigh Leopards, in the backs they have Armstrong, McIntosh, Niu, Hanley, Brand, McNamara, and Lamb. In the forwards is Offengawi, Ipape, Mulhern, Holton, Trout, and Liu. On the benches, Hughes, Tuatavake, Davis, and Hodgson. 18th man is Josh Charnley. What thing is Trinity? Like Wigan Warriors, Wolves, Robins, Trinity and Animal. What's the mascot? I think it was something to do with a warship. Could have gone today, but couldn't get there. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I remember there was an intro that Sky Sports put out, and it had Trinity on the side of a warship. So I think that's what it's after. Obviously, there used to be the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. Right then. It's something to do with that. We're underway, folks. Final stream game of the weekend. And that's going to be out on the full from Wakefield. And Leigh will start this set in great field position here. Cracking start to the game. Excellent. Right then. Fresh set. So penalty. Into touch from Lachlan Lamb. He makes 5 metres on that penalty kick. Well done, Lachlan. You're not doing the Saints? Well, that starts in 25 minutes, so I can't. Right, finally, we have movement with the ball. Joe Offengawi takes the first carry of the game and takes him already up to Wakefield's 40. And that's the first minute gone already, waiting for the first carry. Leigh now shifting left with Holton towards the left-hand side, takes up towards Wakefield's 30. Ipape, back towards middle with Liu, out the back to McNamara, then hands the ball off to Trout, playing in the back row still for the last few weeks, as Leigh changed things around. Ipape now with Liu in centre field, hands it off to Robbie Mulhern. Leigh only 15 metres out, great chance to add some early points onto the scoreboard. Left to Lamb, engaged the line out the back to Armstrong, shrugs off one, eventually brought down on the 10. A minute and a half gone, last tackle. Ipape's left of the sticks, he goes short side left, dinks the ball through, a few players around it, but Wakefield put it over the dead ball line, and they deal with early pressure, but there'll be a dropout. Well done, Wakefield, dealing with that one. Well done, Leigh, applying the pressure. Short dropout from Max Jowett. Wakefield knock on and Leigh collect the ball. So fresh set for the Leopards, only 25 metres out. Just building this early pressure. Hopefully Wakefield don't get too tired. Doesn't wear them down too early. 2.5 minutes gone. First tackle, Ipape. Just over 10 metres out. They go short side right. McNamara just brought down. About 5 metres short of the line. We have a Wakefield player down at the moment. Could be to the head, so we might have to stop play. I don't know. But it's Armstrong in possession. Now 50 metres out over on the left-hand side of the field. And the game is stopped for now to deal with, I think that's Griffin, who was hit high possibly. Something with his jaw, his neck. I think he's a tough cookie and he'll carry on. Clock is stopped on 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So, yeah, green card for Griffin, which means that Wakefield will be down a man for 2 minutes. So, great chance for Leigh now with the extra man for the next 2 minutes. Applying pressure with a fresh set, only 10 metres out with Trout now in centre field. Ipape waits at dummy half, 3 minutes on the clock. On his left to Liu. Engage the line himself. Almost crashes over. Left of the sticks now. Ipape waiting. He's got Offengawi on his left. And that's a 6 again for the Leopards. Great chance for Ipape now. Trying to crash over. But 3 men wrap him up. They hold him up. And that's going to be a penalty as well for Leigh. Do not take the 2. Don't you dare take the 2. Looks like they're going to tap. Good stuff. Offengawi with the first carry of this fresh set. What are Leigh going to do on this one? So he's going to be stopped about a metre short of the line. Plays it for Ipape left of the sticks. He goes to his right. Now in McNamara. Out the back to Lachlan Lamb. Pops it up for Trout. Great chance. Just stopped 2 metres short of the line. Good work there from Wakefield. They go short side right to Lamb. Across to Armstrong. Going to go himself. He's just about got that one down, I think. Cracking effort from the left edge of Wakefield. But yeah, just too much pressure there. Armstrong needs a bit of a confidence boost, I think. It's not been the best. Not been the best season he could have had. I was expecting more, but that should hopefully build his confidence. And now he's not looking in a good way, so that's it's great. That's great. He has, of course, had injuries to deal with this year. I'm not completely oblivious to that. But he's now dealing with something at the moment. Good effort from Wakefield there. A man down. So we have 5 minutes gone. Hodgson is on the bench, so he could come on to relieve Armstrong if needed. Got to end that poll there. There we go. McNamara to add the extras right near the touchline. Going to be a very tough one here to make it 6-0. The kick from McNamara is no good. It will stay 4-0 to the Leigh Leopards. So well done, David Armstrong. Yeah, it's that left shoulder, I think. Doesn't look great. So we're back underway. Can they keep it on the field this time? Looks like they can. Taken on the full by Armstrong. Behind the 10, and then Offengawi takes it over the 10 for Leigh. 6 minutes on the clock. Ipape. And his wayward pass comes off the shoulder of another Leigh player, but goes backwards. Recovered by Armstrong. Now with Hanley. Just seeing what meters he can gain on this play after a bit of a mistake. And there's another one. Comes loose. Wakefield now with a fresh set in great field position. Only 22, 23 metres out. Great chance for Wakefield to answer back very quickly after conceding 4 points, being a man down because of the green card. 15 metres out. Hood. Dummy half, hands it off to Pitts on his right. Then to Lino, switches back to Croft, who's brought it down on the 10. Right at the sticks, Hood waits at dummy half. He then goes to his left to Lino, under a bit of pressure, but shrugs off one. Then wrapped up by Ipape, Mulhern and Offengawi help out with the tackle. They drag him back. Fair few metres there. 7 minutes on the clock. Third tackle. Now with Pitts. Straightens up and takes a carry. Fourth tackle coming up for Wakefield. Hood on his right to Lino. Out the back to Truman. Out the back to Jowett. Pops it across to Russell under a bit of pressure. Nearly dragged into touch. Gets the offload. Recovered by a Leigh player. And then he's put into touch. So a bit of a mess. But it works out for Wakefield. That offload from Russell was important. Well done to Holton for stopping that by getting hold of it. But then well done to Hall for putting him into touch. So there'll be a play the ball, 10 metres out. Fresh set for Wakefield. Their chance to apply the pressure now. So with Vangenaar in centre field, he's now stopped 5 or 6 metres out in between the sticks. 8 minutes on the clock. Hood at dummy half. He's going to go left to Truman. Then pops it up to Griffin. Now left of the sticks. A few metres out. Hood on his right to Truman. Out the back to Lino. Then out the back to Jowett. He's got plenty of options. He's going to go himself. And we have a response from Wakefield. Very quick response there. I'm fine if it keeps going like this. If they want to keep going back and forth, by all means, go ahead, lads. That's going to be 4-all. Well done, Jowett. I was saying before, he was going to be important in this game. And one of the most dangerous fullbacks in the competition this year. And imagine there'll be a few clubs sniffing around some of the other Wakefield lads. It's going to be retaining players going to be the most important thing. If there's a good culture there, no reason why they need to leave. If they can build on this, be even stronger next year, no reason to leave. Well done, Max Jowett. That's going to be 9 minutes gone, 4-all. Kick to come for Wakefield. Let's get a trumpet, shall we? Jowett to convert his own try. Leading point scorer in the competition, apparently. Fair play. The kick from Jowett to take the lead for the first time in this game for Wakefield is a beauty. That's going to be 6-0 for Wakefield. He's nailed it. Sorry, 6-4. 6-4 for Wakefield. So a mistake from Leigh initially. Trying to shift the ball slightly. Then a mistake from Hanley. Fresh set for Wakefield. They get a repeat set. And then they add the points on to take the lead for the first time with 10 minutes gone in this game. Great turnout as well. Great turnout. Hood on the 20. Hands it off to Griffin. Now having an early go here, Wakefield, maybe. As Croft takes it over the 20, pumping his legs. Making an extra 7 or 8 metres there, just short of the 30. Hood over on the right-hand side, comes back towards the middle with Matty Russell. Takes it over the 30. Strong carry there from the winger, former Wire player. McMeekin bumps off one with a strong carry just short of halfway. Hood on his left now to Pitts. Out the back to Truman. Out the back to Jowett. Looks like they got the numbers and the space. Pratt is then wrapped up by Hanley. Good defensive work from Hanley. And he's dragged into touch. That's really good defence there from Leigh. They needed a quick response themselves, and they have responded. Nicely done from the Leopards. Well done, Hanley. I think some people have complained about Hanley's defence, but I think he's been quite solid this year. Because a lot of players have tried to get around the outside of him, but he's done a good job to wrap players up. I think he's been quite strong defensively, especially in the middle third. Not always perfect, but I think he's been alright. So Leigh, with a fresh set, they'll start 35 metres out from their own try line. They'll make about a metre or so, with Niu taking the first carry. Normally expect a bit more from him there. McIntosh with the next, takes it over the 40 for Leigh, coming up towards halfway. With 12 minutes now on the clock. Second tackle. Mulhern shifts back towards the left edge. Takes it over the halfway line inside Wakefield territory with a Pape waiting at dummy half. Coming back towards the middle now with Liu. Out the back to McNamara, who's under a lot of pressure from Truman, bringing him down on Wakefield's 40. Pape in centre field, right to Mulhern, then to Lamb, who has to switch back to Trout. Looking for an offload himself. Can't quite get the ball off. He's brought down just short of Wakefield's 30. They now go short side right on the last to McNamara. Giving this ball plenty of height on the kick. We have a contest, and that's won by Wakefield. So Jowett will have to play the ball on his own 10. Griffin waiting. Gives it to Johnstone. He's shifting back towards the middle. Still moving. And eventually gaining a couple metres there. After moving laterally initially. Not too bad in the end. But Hood will hand the ball off to Matty Russell with the next carry over the 20. Jake, good to see you again. Welcome back. Welcome back. Corey Hall with the next carry just short of the 40. Gonna watch Salford in a few. Alright. Enjoy. Hopefully Salford can do something there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But Jowett takes it over halfway with the last tackle coming up for Wakefield Trinity. So Pratt gives the ball to Lino in centre field. He's going to hit the belly of the ball. Darryl. Afternoon. Now with Armstrong, he's going to play the ball for Lamb, who hands the ball off to Tessie Niu. Looked like the ball came loose for a second there. It doesn't. He was slammed backwards. Pape. With a carry through centre field. Can't quite tell who that was, sorry. Was it Holton? I couldn't tell who that was for Leigh. But there's a quick play of the ball. The Pape with space behind the ruck. Eats up the metres. Shrugs off a few defenders. Gets an offload as well. To Holton. He's now only 15 metres out. 14 minutes on the clock. Last tackle for Leigh. Short side left to Lamb. Now with Niu. Looks at the line. Kicks the ball through. Recovered by Wakefield. Very lacklustre end of the set there for Leigh. And Croft will play this ball for Lino on his own 10. And that's the whistle blown. Penalty against Leigh for being offside. So they could have really pinned him back. Tried to apply some pressure over the next few sets. But some ill discipline. Going too early. Looking like Mulhern. Possibly Offengawi as well. Just going too early. That's a Hail Mary offload there from Pape. But he made it work. So Lino will kick this ball into touch to gain some extra metres. And Wakefield will start a fresh set from halfway. Corey Hall to tap and take the first carry himself up towards Leigh's 40. It's a great field position already with 15 minutes on the clock. Liam Hood in waiting. On his left to Lino. Then with Pitts in centre field. Bumps into Owen Trout, who pushes him backwards. McNamara joins in the tackle as well. Over on the left-hand side, Truman going short side left now with Griffin. He'll just engage the line, eating up some metres. Plenty of Leigh defenders in the picture as well. Up towards the 30. Plays for Pratt. Comes back towards the middle with Truman. Switches back to Mike McMeekin. Carries the ball over the 30. Now the fourth tackle. 2 more tackles to go in this set for Wakefield. Hood on his right to Lino. Throws it out the back to Truman. Bit of room to run here. Gets off to Croft. He looks for an offload. Can't quite get it off. And Niu just about wraps him up there. Mulhern also there to help out. Hood on the last tackle. Looks for a little bit of space behind the ruck. Trying to crash over, but he stopped 2 metres short of the line. Great effort from Hood. Didn't get the points, but now, as long as they're well disciplined, Wakefield can try and do what Leigh wanted to do earlier and keep them pinned back. So well done, Hood, to force that situation there. So we'll see what Leigh can do outside their own end. We'll need to get Niu involved. Will the forwards take plenty of carries? We will see. Broadcasts are going a little bit dodgy for me on BBC at the moment, but Ipape will hand the ball off to Ofe Ngawi. Taking a strong carry over the 20 with the third tackle coming up for the Leopards. And the whistle's blown for a penalty against Wakefield this time. So in back-to-back defensive sets, penalties are given away. This gives Leigh a great opportunity. Just got to clean this game up from both sides. Whoever can do that first will also benefit first. We have a tap on the 40 for Leigh, and they've already taken up to halfway, but that's tipped beyond the horizontal. Surely a penalty there for Leigh, but it's not given. Liu will hand it off to Lamb, who then hands it off to Holton, taking it up to Wakefield's 40. So both forward packs doing a good job with the carries. Leigh's especially. Now Ofe Ngawi looking for a bit of space behind the ruck. Straight into Vangenart. And Hood, they'll play it on the 30. And there's a penalty for Leigh. They could take the 2 to equalise. But there's a good chance to build pressure here. Now they do look like they can make up metres. So it could be worth going for the 2. Get the ball back. Make the metres out your own end. We'll see what Leigh choose to go with here. Could be smart to go for 2. And they will go for 2. It is in centre field, but 30 metres out. So it could be a tricky one if there's any wind that could play a part in this. Doesn't look like there's much going on at the moment with the trees in the background, so it should be okay. Just keeping it on target. So Leigh with a great chance to equalise and make it 6-all. McNamara will go for the 2. Just taking his time with this one. Right then. Still 6-4 for Wakefield. McNamara to make it 6-all. .19 on the clock. And the kick from McNamara is good. That is going to be 6-all. I am in Leigh colours. It was not intentional in any real way. It was just repping kinetic. Hulk yard to win it all, says Sam Cass. They might do. They're in prime position to do so. So they might do. Jowett will get us back underway. Plenty of height on that one. Collected on the 10. Ofe Ngawi with the first carry of this set. Already up to the 20. Great opening carry. Plays it for McNamara, who hands it off to Umaila Hanley. He'll carry that just short of the 30. With 20 minutes gone, that's the first quarter done in this game. Mulhern with a really strong carry over the 40. Pumping his legs. They've got to wrap him up and bring him down. Now Ipape. Lamb over on the left-hand side. Hands it off to Frankie Holton. Inside Wakefield Trinity territory again. Ipape takes it up over the 30. Left to Lamb on the last tackle across to Niu. Just going to engage the line, look for an offload. He gets one. Holton. Now to Liu. Still the last. I think he's just going to eat up whatever meters he can. Keep Wakefield pinned back. He is. You know that fight in the KR game, I really think Minchella needs some punishment. I didn't really see what Minchella did, so I'd have to look at that. Hi all. Hello Kieran, good to see you. Saints vs Salford, have a great day. Oh, you're at that one. Nice, well enjoy. Enjoy. And afternoon Paul, good to see you again mate. Welcome back. So there's a strong hit onto Matty Russell on one of the earlier carries, but Fartilli is now on. He's been having a fantastic few weeks for Wakefield. There's an offload from Wakefield up to their own 30. Pitts gets it over to Pratt over on the left-hand side. He cuts past Hanley. Oh, just clipped by the ankles. Almost brought down halfway. Makes an extra 8 or 9 metres there. Gets a quick play of the ball for Griffin. Now in Fartillion centre field on the 4th tackle. Cuts back towards the left. Over the 30. Really strong carry there. Plays over Pitts. Gives it to Lino in centre field. He's going to chip this ball towards the back left. Armstrong goes up. Comes down with the ball. Didn't look like a comfortable landing at all for David Armstrong. Eventually plays it. Now with Keenan Brand shifting back towards the middle. Making more metres sideways and forwards. Maybe lost a metre or two. He's now in McIntosh. Chance to break here. He does get a clean break. He's got Neo on his outside. He could go himself. He is quick. Gets around Jowett. Oh, doesn't quite have the support. Well done, Max Jowett. Bring him down. Gets a quick play of the ball for Neo. Lamb is in support. Hands it back off to Neo. Cuts back towards the middle. Looks like Wakefield just about getting back in time. There's another quick play of the ball, though. Over onto the right-hand side. They will be knackered. Ipape. Back towards Armstrong. That is beautiful hands there from Leigh. Beautiful. Nicely done. Really nicely done. Leigh will retake the lead. I'll just give them 12 because they should get the conversion as well. Wakefield having to track back. Knackered in that set. Looking like they were a little bit lethargic. Ipape. Let's start from the start of this. So McIntosh gets himself a break. Trying to get around Jowett. Jowett brings him down. Gets a quick play of the ball for Neu. He then hands it off to Lamb, gives it back to Neu. He plays it for Lamb again. Ipape on his right. Then whoever got the ball there didn't quite see. Gives it to Armstrong on his left. Beautiful hands. Really nicely worked. Leigh find themselves a line break. Capitalising on it. And they retake the lead. I am more than happy for this to be back and forth. Catalan went to play the ball. The ball player pushed Minchella back. Minchella, full fist closed, went and tried to punch him in the face. Minchella went to push him and missed. If Minchella had a closed fist and went to punch, for me that's a red because that's intent to hurt somebody. If that's what happened. I haven't fully seen it, by the way, just to be very clear. We've got 24 minutes on the clock. It is 10-6, and the extras have been added by McNamara. We now have 12-6 to Leigh, who have retaken the lead. Keep it going, lads. Just keep going back and forth, boys. Just keep going. All day. All day. Back underway. Wakefield kicking back to Leigh. And it's going to be Mulhern with a first carry. Bumped off by a few Wakefield defenders. Plays it just in front of the 10. And we will have gotten started with Salford vs Saints. I do not have that up on the screen at the moment. But I will try and get the score up and let you know how things are going. You guys will probably put it in the chat at times. Well, Leigh in possession up towards their own 30. On the third tackle, and Holton has had a few strong carries in this game. Makes another 10 himself over the 40. Now the fourth tackle. Offengawi with the next carry up towards halfway. It's out the back to Lamb on the last tackle. Not under too much pressure, but gets the kick away towards the post. Jarrett collects it on the 10. And almost a high shot there from Troutwood. I think that's just about legal there. Truman will hand the ball off to Johnstone. He's not had too much to do today, really. He's going to have to play this ball on his own 20. It's now Pratt with the next carry. Skips past one. Carries the ball up to the 30. The ball comes loose. And that's going to be a mistake from Wakefield, says the referee. I think he wants to challenge it. Let's have a look. I didn't really see any stripping action from anybody, but I would have to see a different angle. They're not going to challenge this one, so it's going to stay as a ball steal. Penalty for Wakefield. Oh, okay. Yeah, penalty for Wakefield. My bad. I thought he had initially given a knock on. It's close. But penalty for Wakefield. First tackle in this fresh set, only 30 metres out. Truman will give the ball to Pitts in centre field. Wrapped up by 3 defenders. Liam Hood in centre field, on his right to Fartilli. Looking for space behind the ruck. Up towards the 20. Hood once again. Left to Truman, back on his right to Pitts. He's just brought down short the 10. Hood, left of the sticks, now in centre field with McMeekan. Out the back to Lino. Switches back to Fartilli. Bit of room to run if he wants to try and crash over. He stopped a metre short of the line, right of the sticks. Will Liam Hood go himself on this last tackle? He might choose to do so if the opportunity is there. He launches it left, over to Truman. Out to Jowett, just dinks the ball through. Nicely weighted, but it's grounded by a lead play. I think that's Keenan Brand in the in-goal area. Well done, Keenan Brand, to read that nicely, get the ball down cleanly, and defuse that situation, but it's a goal line dropout. Cian Ward, come on, Lee. Welcome, Cian. Welcome. Lee are playing pretty well today. They're playing pretty well. Good point, Samarito. Good point. Imagine. Could you imagine if that's actually given as like a reason? So the dropout, it skips across the ground, but it's recovered by Niu. That works out, and there's an offload for McIntosh. Already up towards the 30. Oh, that could have been high from Jowett. He did slip over, but was there high contact? I think Jowett apologises for just for the contact in general. The whistle's now blown. It's a pretty late call, unless he was waiting on the linesman to say something. It looked like a strong hit. I don't know if it was... Yeah, it's just high. Not intentional. Penalty's fine. No cards for that. I think, yeah, penalty's understandable. He was falling. Yeah, he didn't mean it, but he's got a responsibility to not hit the head. So I think penalty's fair enough. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't mind if there was a rule in, say, situations like that. There wasn't much he could do, and it was non-intentional, if you just add on one tackle. So, maybe you could just give a set restart for that, or you just add an extra tackle onto the set. I think that could be fine. Because if it's non-intentional, and there's not much he could do, then... It's a tough one. Because he's being penalised for something that he couldn't control. So I think that's... it's a rough one. But Lee are in great field position now. Liu, in possession, is going to play this ball in centre field 25 metres out. McNamara, now with Trout. How can you tell if it's intentional, really? People will say it was intentional more. I think it'll be up to the referee. Does the player look like they're trying to swing? Are they really going at them? But Niu has an option over on the left-hand side. McIntosh in the corner. Chucks the ball back inside, but that's going to go out of bounds. I think it came off a Wakefield player. Yeah, I think it would just be the referee. Do they feel that there was an intentional high shot? Saints of 50 zip down already. Could you imagine? You'd love to see it, wouldn't you? You'd love to see it. So, didn't see what fully happened here. Let's have another look. So, McNamara left to Lamb. So, Lino slips over, shoots the ball across to Niu. And, yeah, I think it was Jowett that played that. Is it a lead ball? Yes, it is. They're 10 metres out. Jack Hughes with the first carry of this set, still pumping his legs. Now a metre out from the try line, left of the sticks. Had half an hour gone in this game. Davis is also on. He plays it for Davis. There's a bit of interference in the ruck. And that's a penalty for Lee. Max Jowett's foot was in the way. Right then. Referee wants to have a word with Mike McMeekan. Might be something to do with the numerous penalties, maybe. 2 is a smart move. Don't take 2. I mean, I would respect it if they just kept going. They've got some good pressure. I think Leigh could put up the points as well. Yeah, 2 is fair. 2 is completely fair. I'll have to have a look at that one. So McNamara to add some more points to his tally today. The extra points to go up by 8 for the Leigh Leopards with 30 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. The kick is good. 14-6 for the Leopards. They did have all the momentum there. Yeah, I would have been... Rob, like your favourite betting sector never seems to change. Well, I mean... I've got a few. Doesn't need to change much. I've got a simple style. Keep it as is. And there's going to be a bouncing goal. It's going to bounce over the dead ball line. So Wakefield will get the ball back from kick-off. Well, this will be a dropout. But Leigh, they recovered the ball last time from a dropout. So there's a mess up there from Keenan Brand. The Love Island star, Keenan Brand. McNamara goes for a short dropout again this time. But it hits a Wakefield player, bounces nicely for Niu, and Leigh have already collected the ball again from another dropout. Niu's already up to the 30. Leigh, they're just making it work. They're making it work. And they started a fresh set further up than they would have done if they actually collected the ball. So, Leigh, just, yeah. It's just happening. It's just happening. He is a monster. I think there's a chance he makes the dream team. Whether he will, I don't know, but I think there's a chance he does. Davis in centre field on halfway. Leigh is going to play this ball for him. He's going to go himself, find a bit of space behind the ruck, takes about 15 metres on that carry. Plays it for McNamara. Now in centre field with Hughes. Out the back to Lamb. Skips past one. He's going to engage the line. Finds a line break. Support is left from McIntosh. Got all the room in the world to run. And he puts the ball down. Leigh are just kind of cruising at the moment. And I forgot to add the two on. I did. Well done. Well done me. So it's 18-6. Oh, I see why. I see. I saved it as the wrong file name. That's why. Well done. There we go. That's the one. Okay. I saved it as the wrong file. Aye, the Leopards are on fire at the moment. They're moving the ball around really well. The carries have been solid. Saints up 6-0. I see. Sirenen with the try. Whitby with the conversion. See if McNamara can add the extras. Currently a 12-point advantage. If we can make it 14, that'll be huge for Leigh. There's not been... Felt's back as well, alright. Not been the best day for Wakefield so far. 34.5 minutes gone. They need to clean things up. They've looked somewhat effective when they've had possession. They just need to be a lot cleaner in possession. They need to complete sets for one. They do look effective. They just need to, I think, tighten things up in defence a little bit. Slow down the ruck. And if they can just complete sets at a slightly higher rate, they'll be alright. But the kick from McNamara to make it 14 points advantage is no good. So it remains only 12 points advantage for Leigh. Keeps it just slightly more in range for Wakefield there. Have Wakefield had a boring game this year? That's a great question. Honestly, I don't know. There's maybe a game against Cass in there somewhere. Or against Salford. And actually, they might not have played Salford yet. Wakefield goes short on the kickoff. I like that intent. Do they come up with it? Yes, they do. Wakefield with the short kickoff. And Johnstone has it. It's now Pratt with the first carry of this set. Is slammed onto the ground on the 30. Hood over on the left-hand side of the park comes back towards the middle with Griffin. Then to McMeekin. Pops it up for Kozza. Takes it just short of the 20 for Wakefield. Now in centre field. Hood waiting at dummy half. He then gives it to McMeekin on his right. Bumps off one up towards the 10. Great carry again from Mike McMeekin. Hood in front of the right post. The ball comes loose. The referee is going to say that's a penalty for Wakefield. There's a hand on the ball. Bit of interference. Liam Hood will tap. Give it to Kozza. Just taking his second hit up of the game, I think. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Hood in centre field. Hands it off to Fartilli. Trying to spin and crash over on the left of the posts. He stopped a metre short. Hood looks for teammates behind him. Gives it off to Lena at the back. He's then looking to switch back. Or then gives it out to Jowett. He steps back on his right foot. Then gives it off to Hall. Trying to get around Niu. Switches back to Matty Russell. Could have been taken into touch. Just stays in field. 3.5 minutes left in this half. Now with Leno in centre field. Kozza gets the ball off to Fartilli. Stop 9 metres out in centre field. 2 tackles to go in this set. Hood right to Leno. Chucks the ball across to Russell. Under a bit of pressure. Kicks the ball through. Nicely weighted. There's a bit of a mess here with a kick as Niu tries to collect it. The whistle's blown for a Wakefield penalty. Not too sure what's gone on here. It's a bit of a mess. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the right decision. But there's 3 minutes to go. Wakefield would love to make this a 6-point game going into the sheds at half time. Fartilli trying to crash over with the first carry of this set. Leigh defenders scrambling to get back up. They shoot it out left to Leno. Now with Truman across to Jowett. Pops it up for Pratt and Wakefield are back in. What a game we have here. What a game. Loving this. Absolutely loving this, mate. Don't mind it at all. Oh, I've given the 2 points. I should have waited on that one. But it's only 18-10. The kick is to come. I should have waited. What a game indeed. 10-0 for Saints. Felt with the next try. The clock is currently ticking. We've got 1 minute and 20 to go. I think the last set of the half will be Wakefield to do what they want with it. should be a relatively easy one for Max Jowett. Been very reliable this year with the boot. To make it 18-12. To make the comeback easier for Wakefield. The conversion is good, and it is 18-12. With the clock still ticking. 50 seconds to go in the first half. So with the clock now stopped, we have 34 seconds remaining in the first half. I think you're looking maybe about 3 plays for Wakefield here. So we'll see what they do with them. It's taken on the full by Pratt on the 20 already. Over on the left-hand side. So they're going to have a go on this first one. We'll see. 20 seconds left. Plays it for Truman. Now with Fartilli. Over the 30. 15 seconds left. I think it's worth a go. Just have a crack here, Wakefield. See what they choose to do. They are having a go. It's with Lino. Jowett across to Hall. Can he get an offload? He can't. The hooter will sound. Tries to play it quickly, but the whistle is blown. And that's going to be half time. What a cracking start to this game. What a start. 12-18, sorry. Cracking off that. Not bad at all. Pretty damn good. Alex is back. Welcome back. Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to see. Is Saints on Sky Sports Plus? Because if it is, I could always get that game. Sky Sports. Okay, they are. They're on Sky Sports Plus. So I've had so many pens. Yeah, it was very back and forth, but I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. Salford Saints, there we go. So I'll just stick the other game on for now. I'm in Chiller on BBC. So let's have a look at Salford Saints. I'll try not to miss the other game. So it's 16-0 for Saints at the moment. 15 minutes on the clock. Sharks with the next carry. Now with Sharks. Salford shifting left here. And a penalty for the Red Devils. Thomas Rock says ref is a joke. There's been some decisions, not been great. But we've had worse. It's not the best thing to say, but we've had worse. Penalty for Salford. Ormonroyd with the first carry of this set. Liam Moore was worse than Jack Smith. We know Liam was so biased. Liam did not have a great game, unfortunately. It was a great game. Like, the game itself was great, but I don't think he had his best performance. But Masters with the next carry. Come on, Salford. Let's be having you. Morgan lad. One of the young players, plenty of experience this year. Briley engaging the line. Come on, Salford. Let's be having you. Morgan kicks on the last. Go on, have him. Rip his spleen out. Who said that? 17 minutes gone in the other game. The problem is because there's a lot of young lads, they're smaller. It's easier to make meters for Saints than a lot of other teams. Come on, Salford. Hit him. Hit him hard. Hit him hard and true. Alright, they're back to Whitby. St Helens going to have a go here. Robertson is going to kick downfield. Under a bit of pressure here, but it's collected by Connell at full back. Well done, lad. Well done. Does Salford not have a big screen anymore? Do you know what? I don't know. Probably had to sell it for a bit of cash. No, I don't actually know. I don't know. I didn't know if they ever had one. I couldn't tell you. I got no idea. 18 minutes gone in the other game. Okay. Love that. I just love yawning randomly. That's great. Morgan. Is that a 40-20 attempt? No, definitely not. Definitely not. That's actually an awful kick. Hang on a minute. Dagnall shifting around. That's a 6 again, surely. How is that not a 6 again? There's a mistake from Saints. Come on, Salford. Have it. Get stuck in, lads. $12 subscribers away from 8,500. Thank you very much. If you're here and have not subscribed yet, please do. Be greatly appreciated. Salford, little set play from the scrum. Probably got another 10 minutes until the second half starts, but I'll try not to miss it. 20 minutes gone in this game between Salford and St Helens. Morgan. Sharks cuts back towards middle. Stopped on 40. Briley shifting towards the left. Hill with the next carry. Chris Hill, former Wire captain. Sharks pops up to Ormonroyd. Stopped on 20. Come on, Salford. Last tackle. Come on. Ryan Briley, where you at, son? There he is. Chips it towards the back left. Go on. Go on, Vaughan, lad. Chucks it back in. Ball comes loose. Vaughan still has it. Last tackle. Gets the ball off. Come on. Come on. Come on. High shot. Penalty. Red card. Send him off. Penalty for Salford. Come on. I want to see them score before I switch back. Come on. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my nose here. That's great. Sounds awful. Come on, Salford. Come on. I want a big 6 points right here. What are you watching? I don't know. What are you watching? Because I'm watching Salford Saints in a minute. Morgan, just over 10 metres out. Had a player in the ruck there. Ryan Briley, right to Masters, trying to get around the outside of Lomax. Come on, Salford. Go on. Have it. Morgan, left to Briley. Oof, tries to go himself for a second there. Morgan, centre field. Shorrocks. Oh, it's wayward, collected by Whitby. Tis a mistake from Slafford. Had great field position. Couldn't quite keep him there. It is half time. I'm watching a different game. St Helens on their own 20. 23 minutes on clock. Daz Clark, Lomax. St Helens, bit of room down left side. Last tackle coming up. I just want to see Salford score before I switch back. Lomax under pressure on last. Collected by Connell on his own 10. Returns it back over at 20. Near right touchline. Masters waits a dummy half. Up to 30. Masters. Now Salford up towards 40. Have it. I reckon I've got about 6 minutes, but I will shift over very soon. Shorrocks. Stopped in centre field. 2 tackles left in this set. Go on, Salford. Just launch it. Launch it, lads. Masters. Oh, go on. Piss off, Vela, lad. That James Vela from Australia coming over here with all his rules. Who does he think he is? BBC Two. Some people. Right, on BBC Two, they're showing some of the wheelchair Rugby League. I tell you what, folks. Mate, that does impress me, that. First of all, the collisions in that is... The collisions in wheelchair Rugby League are mental. But the thing that surprises me the most are the set plays. That's what surprises me the most. In that you get players out the back. You get actual set plays. It's not just cross. Can you go faster than someone else? They're actually setting plays up. It's great. Do you think you do good in it? Nah, I haven't got the core for it, unfortunately. No, I do not think I do good in it. I don't think so at all. Let's see if any fans have been saying anything on the Twitter box. What did I want? There we go. That's the one. Just a laughable penalty for Wakey kicking the ball out our player's hand. Ref's not fit for purpose. Oh dear. Let's have a look at Wakefield. What have they been saying? Oh, the graphic they posted says full time on it. Oh no. Wakefield, no, they posted the wrong graphic. Silly geese. Silly geese. I have to check Facebook instead. You can get more peeps on there. It's not the players, it's the ref. Smith cheating get. Okay. Our own worst enemies in that first half, still in it without playing well. Hopefully come out and show a big improvement. Leigh's last try should never been. They knocked on from the dropout. Smith forgot his glasses at home. Personally think we'll turn this around. Lino needs to either stop rushing out the defensive line or make the tackle. Cost Wakefield 2 tries so far. Lucky to be only 6 behind. Jowett been great. Mike decent, but rest been shocking. No way is Truman fit. Hall's struggling big time. Lino at fault for 1 try again. Would have been 2 if not for Max. Getting battered down the middle. So yeah, a few Wakefield fans not happy. It's not been too bad. Well, they're not very happy. Right, folks, we're about to get back underway. 20-0 Saints, fair enough. Tries from Wormsley and Felt. Back underway for second half. Here we go, folks. Excuse me, I need to yawn. Sorry. Wakefield in possession. Fartilli with the next carry. So it's Wakefield in possession. That might have been forward there, but Griffin takes a carry over the 30. His legs were almost in an awkward spot there. Hood now hands it off to Pitts in centre field. Oh, sorry, that was Cozza. Now it's with Pitts. Bumps off one. Ball almost comes loose, but just about recovers it. It's the fourth tackle coming up for Wakefield. Hood over on the right comes back towards the middle with Cozza. He takes the ball over the 40. And a few extra metres as well. That's a minute gone in the second half. Last tackle for Wakefield. Out the back to Lino down the right-hand side. Hits this one long towards centre field. Taken on the full by Armstrong, who switches back to McIntosh. Takes it over the 10. He's getting pushed back a few metres there. McNamara. Now with Umaila Hanley. Takes it up to the 20. McNamara. Now Keenan Brand over the 30 for Leigh. Leigh have been making some really good meters today. They've done a pretty damn good job with the carries. That's going to be to Tavake with the next carry over the 40 for the Leopards. Fourth tackle, only 5 out from halfway. Hughes now takes it inside Wakefield territory with a strong carry up towards the 40. Leigh's carries through the middle have just been way too strong. Wakefield, they need to do a better job slowing this down. McNamara on the last, kicks towards the back right corner. John Stone underneath it, takes it cleanly, but he's under pressure. Stopped only 5 metres in front of his own try line. So a lot of work for Trinity to do now in their own end. Pratt with the first carry. Comes back towards the middle, but doesn't really gain any ground. Truman, now with Russell. Over the 10. Trying to pump his legs still. Makes a few decent meters on that carry. Now down the left edge with Griffin. Over the 20. Feel like if they can get the ball to Jowett out the back. But they go down the short side left. Pratt and the ball comes loose from Wakefield. And that's going to be Leopards' ball. Do they want to challenge this or anything? I don't think they will do. I don't think they should. That's a fair knock on. 3 minutes gone. Leigh already with the best chance in this second half. Just got to finish sets, Wakefield. That's all they got to do. If they can slow down the progress through the middle just a little bit, and they can just finish sets at a higher rate, they can bring it back. Scrum, only 30 metres out. It's left to Armstrong. Keane is back. Welcome back. Leigh only 20 metres out. In centre field with McNamara. Across to Hughes on his right, who carries the ball up towards the 10. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Third tackle for Leigh. Plays it for Davis. He goes short side right to Lamb. Pops it up for Hanley. He stopped about 4 or 5 metres out over on the right hand side of the field. Davis. Comes back towards the middle with McNamara. Shoots it left to Lamb. Looking a little bit slow and lethargic on this set here for Leigh. But Armstrong cuts back towards the right. I think he possibly was hit high there in the last. Now coming up for Leigh. Right to McNamara, under a bit of pressure, but kicks the ball high towards the back right. Johnstone goes up. So does Hanley, but Johnstone wins that one. Hi, Joshua. Yes, I recall. I recall you were. Welcome back. What do you think the score is going to be? With the way it's going, like 30-18 to Leigh, just with the way it's going. But, you know, we will see. Things could change in an instant. So there was a penalty for Wakefield. I didn't see what for. My bad, folks. Wakefield now have possession with a fresh set on their own 40. Matty Russell with the next carry. Eats up a few metres there through centre field. He's going to play this for Liam Hood. Hands it off to Cozza on his left. Hood waiting once again. Now inside Leigh territory. McMeekin on his right to Lino. Engages the line himself. Wanted to loop that ball over the top, but there was a decent jam there from, I believe that was McIntosh. Hood on the 30. Gives it to McMeekin on his left. Now to Cozza. Then Fartilli. Looking to spin. The ball comes loose, but I think that's okay. Referee says it was backwards. So Wakefield still in possession. Last tackle. Jowett goes down the short side left. Kicks the ball through the line, but it hits a Leigh player. Comes back out. Truman still in possession. Kicks the ball towards the posts. Going to bounce once, but pops up nicely for Liu. And he's then wrapped up on the 10 by Fartilli and Jowett. Well, McIntosh then hands the ball off to Niu. Takes it over the 20. Mate, it was hell for Warrington last night, wasn't it? God, you're telling me, Josh. You're telling me. You are telling me. God, that was painful to watch, mate. Utterly painful. But I've forgotten about it. I've forgotten all about it. It doesn't bother me. So Wakefield in possession with Jowett. Scans Leigh's defensive line. With 47 minutes about to hit the clock. Hall in possession with the next carry, takes it over the 30 for Wakefield. Lino now in Matty Russell. Look for an offload as well, but hands it straight to a Leigh player, but it's stripped by Johnstone. So this will be a fresh set for Wakefield in good field position. Great chance for Trinity to answer back. It's only a 6-point deficit. And even though Leigh have been, I guess you could say, the better team for most of this game, Wakefield are still firmly in it. Who's your favourite rugby team? Well, I am a Wire fan, so I would have to say Wire. And I just missed that. The crowd is not happy with something. I do need to see this replay. Let's have a gander. McMeekin, slightly forward there to Fartilli. There's an arm around the neck from Liu. So yeah, it could have been forward, but it's going to be a penalty for Wakefield. No cards given. It's now with Corey Hall. Lino will hand it off to Fartilli. Wakefield, 11 metres out. Left to McMeekin. Stopped between the sticks, only 2 or 3 metres short. Hood is waiting. He's looking right. He shoots it right to Lino. Out the back to Jowett. He steps off his right foot. He's wrapped up by Lachlan Lamb and Frankie Holton. About 5 or 6 metres out. Hood over on the right-hand side of the field comes back towards the middle with Lino. Out the back to Cozza. Then across to Truman. Tries to get out the back, but it's clipped by a Leigh defender. And that's going to be a repeat set for Wakefield in front of the try line. Leeds just beat Warrington all over the pitch. Yes, they did, Joanne. They certainly did. It was a rough one. It wasn't a terrible first half from Wire. It was okay, but it was not a great second half at all. So here we go. Wakefield. 15 metres out. Going down the right-hand side with Lino, who switches back to Matty Russell. He's brought down 10 metres out, just right at the sticks. 49.5 minutes on the clock. First tackle. In centre field with Cozza. He's going to have to play this a few metres short of the line. Hood looks right, goes right to Lino, and drops the ball. Referee eventually blows his whistle for the knock-on. I don't think he wanted to give it initially. Wakey should win this. I don't know. I don't know. They just haven't been great with the set completions. I think if, they have looked fairly dangerous trying to move the ball around, but they've not been able to put themselves in good enough positions to show how dangerous they can be. That's one of the key issues. Right then. Keenan Brand with the first carry of this set for the Leigh Leopards. They're up by 6 currently. I think Leeds will be in the grand final this year. I think they could be, Joanne. It depends how... I suppose it depends how playoff works out. If they end up having to play Wigan or Hull KR in the semi-final, it's going to be a tough one. But I think they can make it. They can absolutely make it. Just whether they will is a different story. But Lachlan Lamb with a decent carry takes it over halfway. Now inside Wakefield Trinity. I'll bet you one Solera wake you in. All right then. Have it. I'll take that bet. To be honest, last night was painful for Warrington. Yes, it certainly was. I can't argue with that. Matty Russell in possession. Former Wire player himself. Smith is now on for Trinity. In centre field, hands it off to John Stone on his left. He's met by Trout, McNamara and Ipape. Doesn't really get too far. 52 minutes on the clock. Now with Cozza, calls for forward from the crowd. But Fartilli now in possession up towards the 40. Last tackle has been solid here from Leigh so far. Trout is in the ruck, interference, and that's going to be a penalty for Wakefield. Let's have a look at Trout. Is he really... Yeah, he's in the way, and then he kicks the ball. Yeah, he's in the way. Yeah, good point, commentator. Last tackle. You can't be doing that. You just can't. Wakefield will now tap only 35 metres out in centre field with Cozza. Hands it off to McMeekin. Slight hospital pass there, but Smith is going to wait. Hands it off to Cozza on his right. And he takes a decent carry behind the ruck. About 25 metres out. And now it's with Lino. About 14, 15 metres out. Now Fartilli. About 5 metres out from the line, just left of the sticks. Smith. Hands it off to Truman on his left. Cuts back on his left foot. Gives it to Smith, who tries to spin. Starts a metre short the line. Fartilli. Left of the sticks. Shifting right to Truman. Out the back to Lino. Across to Jowett. Have they got the numbers? Possibly. It's out to Matty Russell. Kicks the ball through. Collected by Armstrong. Eventually dragged into touch. And that's... Is that allowed? It is not. It is not. So it's going to be a penalty against Wakefield. It's a penalty for Leigh. Armstrong collected it inside the in-goal area, dived over the line, and then after he was on the ground, he was dragged into touch. So that's going to be a penalty for Leigh. Excuse me, need to cough. We now have 54.5 minutes on the clock. Second tackle for the Leopards. Robbie Mulhern takes a carry. A strong carry over the 30. 20-0 at half-time for Saints. It is. That's not bad for Salford, to be fair. Could be a lot worse. That's not bad. How's it going over here? This has been a cracking game, actually, Kieran. Fairly back and forth. Wakefield, they need to clean up their possession quite a bit. The carries from Leigh have been exceptional. Both teams have looked fairly dangerous offensively. But Wakefield, they need to get their act together a bit here. I feel like the fact they're only 6 points behind is miraculous, actually. But it's been a good game, which is always nice. Smith, in centre field, will go to his right to Corey Hall. He's brought down on his own 40. The third tackle already in this set. Hall is crap. I've got a feeling, Joanne, he's talking about Corey Hall for Wakefield. I've got a feeling. Not sure, though. Wakefield will play this on Leigh's 40. They go short side right to Mason Lino. Plenty of height on this one. Not much of a contest here, but Armstrong will take this cleanly. Armstrong has plenty of pace, so if he gets a bit of room to run... Oh, but he is limping, though, so... Maybe scratch that. Keenan Brand. Big shot from Pratt to knock him down. Armstrong still limping away at the moment. Not looking good. But they still have Hodgson on the bench. Who can come on. Give him a bit of relief. What time is it in the game? It's 56 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Leigh already up to their own 40. Fourth tackle. Calls from forward from the crowd, but Mulhern takes the next carry just short of halfway. It's now the last. Davis out the back to Lock and Lamb under a bit of pressure, but eventually gets the ball off. Jowett underneath it, collects it on his own 20. Scans the line, looks on his left, but just takes the carry himself. It's now Matty Russell over the 30. Well, McNamara's not in a good way here. Summit with his knee, possibly. But John Stone takes it over the 40. Need a bit of a spark here from Wakefield, I think. Now McMeekan carries it through centre field over halfway. Done really well today, McMeekan. I think him and Jowett especially, I think they've been the bright sparks for Trinity. And there's a knock-on from Pitts, unfortunately. Possibly went backwards relative to contact. No, I think that would have been lateral, so yeah, knock on. Saints got in first 20, then we kind of went sleep. Salford a good few runs, break or two. For some reason they stopped running and took the tackle. Well, So, scrum for Leigh. Niu will take this over halfway. 58 minutes gone in this game. Davis, over on the left, comes back towards the middle with Frankie Holton, who takes it over Wakefield's 40. Now Davis again, on his right to a Pape. Going to engage the line himself. And he's wrapped up on the 30. Plays with McNamara in centre field. Left to Hughes and left to Lamb. He pops it up for Frankie Holton. Looks slightly forward. But he's brought down on the 20. Pape. Looks left and goes right to Mulhern. Carries up towards the 10. Great chance here for Leigh to take a double-digit lead if they can. Left to Lamb. Do they have the space and numbers? Possibly Armstrong with an offload. That's a knock-on from Lamb. So, slight disconnect there from Leigh over on the left-hand side of the field. And Wakefield just about hold on. Again, only a 6-point deficit, so it is possible that they can equalise and possibly snatch a winner in this game. And if they do, Solero for this guy, apparently. Fartelli with the first carry of the set. The ball comes loose already. The referee is going to say that that's a strip, so that's going to be a penalty for Wakefield. They definitely needed that. Sorry, do I have the Solero, or do I need to ship the Solero to you? Leigh will challenge this decision. If I need to ship it to you, I will sellotape it to an ice pack and hopefully it stays intact. Let's have a gander at this. Liam Moore, everyone's favourite, is going to have a look at this one. Hughes has a hand on the ball. A shipped Solero won't work. Well, I can't drive it to you. So this challenge will be unsuccessful. Players and ref having a bit of a laugh. Oh, we love that, don't we? We love that. Solero used to play for Bradford, didn't he? No idea. No clue. You've stumped me there, Peter. So, Wakefield in possession on halfway. Hall will tap this and hand it off to Vangenaar. We've not seen him for a little while. Just hope Leigh wins. Alright, fair enough, Joshua. Fair enough. 60 minutes gone. We have entered the final quarter of this game. Leigh now without a captain's challenge. It's in centre field with Truman. Pops it up for Fartilli. Eating up some decent metres through centre field. He's now wrapped up 15 metres out from the try line. Smith in centre field at dummy half. He's going to go to his right to Truman. Looks left, but then takes the carry himself. The whistle is blown. Possibly offside. McMeekin wants 2. McMeekin wants 2. Okay. Do you know what? I would normally disagree. Because I'd say you need the points. But he has just said, we will score again. I love that from McMeekin. I love that intent. That is great. I respect it massively. And the thing is, if they score again, it takes the pressure off Jowett having to score the conversion just to equalise. So I'm on board with that. I would normally disagree, but if he's going to back his teammates, I'm all for it. If you're going to make a decision that's maybe not quite right, as long as you back yourselves, I've got no issues with that. Clear intent to back them. And that is good. So that's a 4-point advantage only now for Leigh. They get this in one converted try, we'll do it. Drop goal coming up. Makes the game closer. Yeah, they could go for a drop goal. They could do. Joshua, it's on BBC Two, mate. Get your Solero ready. Don't see that going for two working. Well, the biggest problem is being able to make up the meters now. That's the thing. Yeah, Joshua, it's on BBC Two, lad. So Wakefield, they're going to have a go here. I like this. Down the left edge now, Johnstone cuts back towards the middle. Takes it over the 20. All right, see you, Joshua. Thanks for stopping by. It's now with Griffin. Takes it over the 30. And up towards the 40. I'm currently watching on BBC. It's now with Pitts with a carry up towards halfway. Plays it for Smith. Eats up meters from that scoot. Is it on BBC? Yeah, it's on BBC Two. With McMeekan, now Truman, looking to switch back, then hands it off to Jowett. Then hands it off to John Stone towards the left edge, almost dragged into touch. Truman kicks crossfield towards the post, or slightly towards the post. The ball comes loose, put down by Hall. Possibly worth a check. I don't think Wakefield's made any mistakes on this one here, but... Right, we should not be having kids flipping players off. Where are the parents? Where are the parents? Try giving on field for the video after check. Kids these days, man. Little scoundrels. So there's a kick crossfield from Truman. Tries giving on field for the video ref to check. That is backwards from Liu. Bounces once. Collected by Hall. Grounded cleanly. That is going to be a try with a kick to come. I'm going to make that 20 for Leigh. Sorry, for Wakefield. Because they should get the conversion as well. No try, knock on try. Paul, I don't think you've thought this through, pal. How are you getting the Solero unless you've already got one? Do I lose a Solero? Is that why there's a bet? Do I lose the Solero and you gain one? I'm confused, mate. Okay, do you know what? New idea, folks. If you're watching the stream, a quick game of rock, paper, scissors. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, shoot. And we'll just do a quick game of rock, paper, scissors. Don't put it in the chat, just play at home. Alright? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. There you go. Quick game of rock, paper, scissors. You want... Ooh. Let's go. I've won one. Get in. I might make that a regular thing. Who knows? And the kick from Jowett is good. Wakefield have the lead with 15 minutes to go. Do you think Leeds would beat Wigan at the moment? I think Leeds would... I don't know if would is the right word. Luke, I would say could. I think could is fair. Whether they can, yeah. They can beat them. And if they did, I wouldn't be that surprised. I am now 11 subs away from 8,500. Get in. Do that again randomly. Alright. Okay, I'm going to do rock, paper, scissors again at some point randomly. You got to be quick with it, though, because I'm going to just, like, shoot it at you at some point. You'll never see it coming, so you got to be ready. Okay, and again, I'll do rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So, it's coming at some point. There's 14 minutes to go, 66 minutes on the clock. So, it's coming before full time. Wakefield in possession with Pitts taking the ball over the halfway line with the fourth tackle coming up. Smith waiting at dummy half. It's now with McMeekan, who's had plenty of great carries today. Back in his side with the intent, taking the 2. He said, we'll score again. I like it. It's with Lino on the last tackle down the right-hand side. Plenty of height on this one. Armstrong underneath it. Takes it cleanly on his own 10. They'd love to get him a bit of room. Leigh gassed a little bit. Who did you predict to win this game? I predicted Wakefield to win this game, actually. I went with 22-16. It's now Leigh in possession. Hanley trying to get around the outside of Pratt. Just about does, but he's wrapped up by Johnstone, just short of the 30. The next carry from Keenan Brand takes it over the 30 with 13 minutes to go. Ipape over on the right-hand side of the field. Now in centre field with Joe Offengawi. Lachlan Lamb. Left to David Armstrong. Tessie Niu. Now with McIntosh. Cuts back towards the middle. Hands it off to Lamb. Now Mulhern. Just going to eat up meters through centre field. Straight into McMeekan. Griffin's there to help out. Brought down on the 30. It's now the last tackle for Leigh. Left to Lamb. Chips this ball towards the back left. Jowett's underneath it. Joe Offengawi's there to smash him onto the ground. And he does. Imagine a tournament at the end of the season, Super League teams versus top 10 NRL teams. That would be great. That would be very interesting. Honestly, I feel like that might be better. That actually might be better if they both finish the season at the same time. First versus fourth, second versus third in both, like on their own sort of brackets. And then like the World Club Challenge like at the end. I feel that would actually be so much better. But it's now on the last with Wakefield. Armstrong carries it over the 30. Oh, you mean like fourth versus fourth, third versus third, that kind of thing? Is that what you mean? First NRL, fourth Super League. Oh, okay. I feel like they'd want it to be more like a bracket on their own side so that you could have a Super League winner. I think they'd want to do it that. I think more fans would want to do it that way, as like all Super League play each other, all NRL play each other, and then the two winners meet. Because then you'd determine a Super League winner before doing the World Club Challenge. I just missed that. We've got 11 minutes to go, or just less than 11 minutes. So I think that was Trout trying to offload the ball, but it was Wayward. Wakefield collect it. That would be good, but there's not 4 good Super League teams this year. There are. I think Hull KR, Wigan, Leeds, and fourth best, I suppose, right now is Hull FC. You know, I think those top 3 would put in a good fight. Against the Bulldogs, Raiders, Storm, and who's fourth? Whoever's fourth, I don't know. Would be a tricky one. McMeekan with a carry up towards the 20 for Wakefield. Now with Lino, and then to Truman. Now Griffin. Great chance for Wakefield here. 10 minutes to go. Jowett left of the sticks. 10 metres out with Pitts in centre field. He's going to be wrapped up about 9 metres short. Here's the last tackle for Wakefield. They go left to Truman. Pops up to Jowett, then launches it across to Johnstone, but he's just put into touch. Well done, Keenan Brand. Good job, Keenan Brand. Right now, it'd be KR versus Storm, Wigan versus Warriors, Leeds versus Raiders, Leigh FC versus Bulldogs. Fair enough. Wigan and Warriors would actually be a good game. To be fair, that would actually be a good game. I just think if we could have more Super League versus NRL games, it would just make it more exciting, but... Ah, well. Ah, well. Leigh in possession on their own 20. There's now 9 minutes to go. Ipape at dummy half, hands it off to Offengawi. Then left to Lamb. Now Armstrong engages the line. 4 or 5 metres short of the 40. Niu hands it off to Offengawi. He takes it over the 40, offloads to Ipape, chucks it off to Niu. He then offloads backwards, collected by Pitts. So Leigh trying to chuck the ball around. Niu not happy with himself. Wakefield now in possession inside Leigh's half with a fresh set of 6. With the clock still running down. But Leigh maybe getting a bit desperate to try something here. But it's with Pitts in centre field. Smith waits. Oh, sorry, that's Vanganar. My bad. Hands it off to McMeekin on his right, who takes it over the 30. 8 minutes to go. It's the 4th tackle for Wakefield Trinity, about 25 metres out, right of centre field. Smith goes on his left to Truman. Pops it out the back to Lino. Just engaged the line, but the whistle is blown. And that's an obstruction against Wakefield. Penalty for the Leigh Leopards. So this is going to be interesting. There's a tap from Niu, who takes it over halfway. He's going to play this ball for Ipape over on the left-hand side of the field. Now inside Wakefield's half. It's with Lamb, who switches back to Mulhern. He's had a lot of decent carries this game as well. We've got 7 minutes left. Now McNamara off to Armstrong. Wrapped up immediately by Pratt. There's good defensive work there to jam into Armstrong. Ipape hands it off to Liu, now in centre field. NRL buying Super League, a tournament between Super League and NRL teams at the end of the season. Globalisation of the sport. I don't think they'd do it. It could be cool, but I don't think they'd do it. Holton smashed onto the ground. Corey Hall wraps him up. Plays it for Ipape over on the left. It's the last tackle. Across to McNamara. Back inside to Offengawi. Puts the ball down. I'm sure he's got it. I'm sure he has. Fair enough, it's worth a check, but I'm 99% confident that's a try. What a game this has been. What a game this has been. I think he's got it. I think the man has got it. Right, then that's going to be Leigh retaking the lead. Kian, are you sad still? Or are you joyful? The Leigh Leopards are back in front. That is going to be 22-20 with a kick to come. I will give the points to Leigh as it is right in front of the sticks. Joyful. There we go. Should we get a trumpet? I think we should. It's about that time. Way. Obviously biased, but I think Jake Connor is the best half in the league. What do you think? I think he's performing extremely well. I don't think he's the best half in the league. He might be the best, performing as one of the best right now, but I don't think he is the best, if that makes sense. Hello, him. Welcome. Did they make the kick? We don't know yet. We're waiting. But it's right in front of the sticks, Kian. There we go. Said it first time. Nailed it. Yeah, right in front of the sticks. He should get it. Game time, mate, is 74 minutes and 54 seconds. Leigh just running down the clock. McNamara is taking every single second he can. There's now 5 minutes to go. The clock is ticking. It's now stopped on 75 minutes and 2 seconds. So there we go. He was just eating up every second he could. Which I think it's fair. He's entitled to do it. He's completely in his right to do it. Yeah, that stat. The kick is good. That stat, not sure what the next word is, proves Wakefield haven't had any boring games. Yeah, true. I can't think of one. Why did you add 6 points, not 4? Because they had the kick right in front of the sticks key and like they were very likely to score it, so I just added it on anyway. I normally do that. If I think the kick's going to be good, I'll just add the extra 2 points on anyway. So there's going to be a short kickoff from Wakefield. And it goes forward. It's now collected by Leigh. So Wakefield, at most, will probably get 3 sets here. At most. But we have 4.5 minutes to go. 4-point advantage for Leigh. Earlier you said you didn't think Salford had played... Yeah, I recall that. I just... was it Wakefield I was thinking of? There was somebody. It might have been Wakefield I was thinking of. But I'm sure somebody said, oh, we hadn't played Salford or all the teams near the bottom. It might have been Wakefield. Not too sure. Yeah, I misspoke then. Ah, well. So the kick was drilled into touch from Leigh. Wakefield's going to have to play this ball on their own 10. We've got 3.5 minutes to go. What am I forgetting, Samarito? Surprised Nenny McDonald hasn't escaped from Salford yet. I think he's been released, Luke. I thought that was official as of yesterday or the day before. I think. Not 100% sure, Luke. McMeekin on his right now to Lino. Then Corey Hall takes it over his own 40. He then offloads backwards, recovered by Lino. They want a 6 again, and they get one. Where's he gone? He's, yeah, it's unpaid leave, mate. Unpaid leave. He's just gone. He's not gone to anyone yet. Apparently he was rumoured for Warrington, but who knows, honestly. Who knows? Couldn't end up at Oldham. Again, everyone at the moment. It's now in McMeekin, inside Leigh territory. This would be a great end to the game here if they can score a try. Wakefield, now about 33 metres out, roughly. 32. Pitts, then to Lino on the right-hand side. Pops it up to Croft. That looks slightly forward to me for a second then, but 2.5 minutes to go. 15 metres out. Third tackle. Lino coming towards centre field. Across to Pitts. Out the back to Truman. Out the back to Jowett. Engage the line. He's got room to run. Jowett is held up. Leigh Leopards. Take a bow, lads. What a defensive stop from Leigh. You could have put the gaff on that to be a try. Leigh Leopards holding him up. Well done, Armstrong. Hanley. Well done. 2 minutes to go. Wakefield in possession. Shifting right to Lino. Pops it up to Croft. Wrapped up about 6 or 7 metres out. It's now the last tackle for Wakefield. Wayward pass on the last. Now with Truman. Kicks across towards the back left. Johnstone goes up. Collects it. Looks for an offload. Gets one to Griffin. Chucks it back towards the middle. Johnstone. But it's forward. With 1.5 minutes to go. Leigh have a fresh set, but on their own 10. So this defensive set from Wakefield, 1, needs to be clean. 2, needs to be quick. We have 1 minute and 11 seconds to go with the clock stopped. So Lamb at dummy half will hand this off to Hanley with a very important stop. Slow to get up. I hate this stuff. I really hate it. Slow play the ball for a Pape. Strong carry there from McIntosh over the 20. He's going to play it for a Pape. He's then going to carry the ball himself over the 30. Decent meters here on this set. We've got 35 seconds to go in this game. Mulhern with the next carry over the 40. The last tackle is coming up with 30 seconds left. So I think Wakefield will get 2 plays. Mulhern taking all the time in the world. Just play the ball. This is... Oh, I hate this. Out the back to Lamb. He kicks it long. Just less than 20 seconds to go. Collected by Jowett. Looking left, skips back towards the right. Honestly, mate, just take the tackle, set up, and go. That's all you can do. Here we go. Last play of the game. Wigan did it. Can Wakefield do it? They got a lot longer to go. Truman kicks the ball towards the left-hand side. Nobody's there. Brand will run it into touch. Leigh have done it. That is full time. Jesus Christ, what a game that was. Honestly, Leigh with a better team pretty much from start to finish. The fact that Wakefield were in that game at half-time was quite surprising. Leigh took the foot off the gas, I think, a little bit in the second half. They weren't as clean. Too many penalties, I think. Too many mistakes. Great effort from Wakefield in the second half. But that stop at the end there. Defence wins games. That right there. Beautifully done. Well done, Leigh, with that stop at the end. Epic, says Paul. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Bloody hell. What a stop. Never back Wakey again after this. Soleros have gone missing. Right then. Yet another class game. Indeed. Indeed. Great team to watch. Great games to watch. Right then, let's check the other score. It's 24-0 to Saints. That's actually quite respectful. Should I just stick around and watch Saints versus Salford? I could. Nah, I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Indeed, Joshua. Indeed. Oh, I missed the rock, paper, scissors. No! Folks, rock, paper, scissors. Again, don't put it in the chat because it'll just be so mistimed. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. Or rock, paper, scissors, go. Okay? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Be honest. Did you beat me? Did I beat you? Be honest. I went skizzers. Be honest. 1 loss and a draw. Okay, alright. That's alright then. That's alright. It's okay. Good game, lads. Good game. Well played. Do you know what? I might make that a regular thing. 1 in each half. Joshua beat me. Oof. Damn. Okay then. Right. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get myself a Solero, I think. Or I might cook myself some proper lunch, actually. Trumpet, yes. Great point. Let's have a trumpet for a wonderful game, actually. Hey! Right then. Ladies and gentlebobs, thank you for stopping by. Let me just check the schedule next week and see if there's any games that I will be streaming. Bear with me 1 second, please. Okay. Thursday the 19th of June, we've got Cass vs Hull KR. I reckon I'll probably do that one. Friday the 20th, we have a clash between Saints and Leeds or Wakefield and Wigan. Both are actually cracking games on paper. I kind of want to take Wakefield Wigan. We'll see. I'll have a think about it. After that, Saturday the 21st of June, 3 o'clock is Warrington at home against the Giants, so I'll be at that game, so I can't stream that one. I won't be back in time for Catalans and Leigh. I don't really want to watch Catalans anyway, if I'm honest. And then Sunday is Salford versus Hull FC. It's the only game on Sunday. I might as well stream that. I might as well get behind the Salford lads. Nothing against Hull FC, just would like Salford to have a few positive moments. What stand? I'm in the East Stand, Joshua. Why don't you do night games? What do you mean, Luke? What do you mean? I've done plenty of night games. I was just saying there's 2 games at 8 o'clock on Friday. I'd be doing one of those 2. So I'm not sure what you mean. You streaming Origin? Yes, Samarito. I will be streaming State of Origin, which is on Wednesday, by the way, folks. Leeds versus Saints. Well, that's on the same time as Wakefield versus Wigan, Luke. So I'll just have to choose, really. There'll be a few factors that go into it, like if the matchup's already happened, which one was more recent. So I'll take the 1,000 viewers incoming. Imagine, we peaked at like 600 last time. Could you imagine? The problem is people stop by because they think it's the actual game, and then after disappointment, it's just me. So who's this geezer? Get him off. Show the game. Get the title clickbaiting. That's what I do. That's why I put live stream and not watch along. Leeds Saints is a better game. I don't know. The only thing that's putting me off that is Saints, because Saints are, I don't know, probably not as exciting. Leeds are a good side, but not as exciting, if you get me. Whereas Wigan, they can be exciting. Wakefield can also be exciting. Who's this random guy from Warrington on my screen? I know. Second day in a row. Nice one, Joshua. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, Samarito, Joshua, Luke, Paul, Kian, Finn, Peter, Joanne, Kieran, who was at the Saints game, Josh, Alexa, Sam, Jake, Seb. Thank you very much, folks, for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. I'll be streaming State of Origin on Wednesday. Hopefully, we get plenty of people stopping by once again. Can't wait for that. Come on. And then I'll be streaming a few more games at the weekend. Maybe 1 or 2 NRL games. We'll see. We will see. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping by. You'll be in London. What original team do you go for? I'm assuming that means Origin. I normally go for New South Wales Blues, just because when I was growing up, they were always the underdogs. Origin vid incoming. Yes, I'll do a Origin predictions video probably either tomorrow or Tuesday. You'll be in London on Wednesday. All right, well, enjoy London. Enjoy. But that's going to be this stream, folks. Less views than normal. Bit of a slow one. Right then. Toodle pip.